Don't touch me.
Why are you mad at me?
You let that man insult me to my face.
Wednesday.
I saw him last night. They all know each other?
When worlds collide.
What do you do? I'm a hedge fund manager, man. I've got some questions.
The truth can be exposed.
I don't want to be on this emotional roller coaster with you.
And will they keep up their lies?
I don't want this.
What's wrong with this?
Or is it time to come clean?
How'd you know to buy that stock?
Next Wednesday.
Why are you mad at me?
You let that man insult me to my face.
When worlds
I
collide.
saw him last night. They all know each other?
The truth can be exposed.
How'd you know to buy that stock?
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
Calvin talking about Sabrina let that man assault him. Andi is stroking his Rolls Royce and pining after Gary. And Aaron is back in Karen's bed. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Van coming to you with a breakdown of the episode 4 trailer for season 4 of Tyler Perry and Beyince's Sistas. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my preview video after this, because I did break down the end of episode 3 preview that we got with that video. And I also have a video discussing Fatima's flaws on the channel right now that everybody is enjoying. So after you enjoy this video, be sure to check those out. They'll be linked in the cards above and the description box down below. But without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into this trailer, because this is I can feel in the depths of my soul the rage brewing. Okay, Calvin lost his rabbit mind last episode, decides to jump bad and get beat down by Bio, and he continues and keeps that same energy at the start of this episode. We see this in the beginning of this trailer. He literally is yelling at Sabrina, talking about, you let that man disrespect me to my face. And I guess this is also when he's just going to walk out on her and they're going to break up. First of all, Calvin, I want to call you Carisha. Anyway, first of all, she didn't let that boy do anything. She did not want that attention. She did not call for that attention. She did not throw out any kind of subliminals to make that man think that it was okay to extend these pleasantries and introductions and reintroductions to her. And the way that she even handled that was fine, because when he tried to take her phone and put his phone number in it, what did she do? Take her phone back. You want to jump big and bad after you say, okay, I'm with her. Yes, he was disrespectful, but he also apologized. And if I counted correctly, he apologized 3 times. You the one wanted to hop in your toxic masculinity bag and overcompensate like a damn fool and get yourself embarrassed. What else was she supposed to do? She was trying to break y'all up. She was trying to figure out where in the hell was this energy even coming from, because this is not even you, sir. It's giving ghetto. It's giving you really aren't as comfortable as you claim to be. It's giving who got time for this? All I'm trying to do is eat my dinner, drink my wine, and maybe get some later on. Ain't nobody got time for some little ass boy prancing around here like he's a big badass man. That's what it's giving. Y'all, I have been trying to be so graceful and understanding and open-minded when it comes to Calvin. I definitely think, like I was talking to Ashley Shaw Miller. Shout out to Ashley, y'all. I'll link her channel in the description box down below. She breaks down a lot of dope television shows as well. But I was talking to Ashley on Twitter about Calvin's character and about Danni, and how Danni has been presenting like homophobic responses when it comes to Calvin. And when she like positioned that to me, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, I have just been saying that they are just not sexually compatible and that they maybe shouldn't be together because they just don't align. But after what he did in this last episode, not that I'm completely dismissing how these other characters, Danni or Sabrina, has treated him up until now, but all of this is not even worth it. Honestly, you need to go on ahead about your business and figure out what it is that you want to do. Because yes, you are who you are and you need to be accepted for who you are, but you also need to present to people whatever that's going to be so people can know actually how to treat you. Because one minute you running around here and you're super dropped into your feminine energy, and then the next minute you running around here trying to be overly masculine, and we don't know which one it is, sir. What was Sabrina supposed to do? Punch him in defense of you? She's not the man in this situation. What the hell is actually happening? And you decided to hop in your toxic masculinity bag. You decided to get overly aggressive. And that's a man thing that you need to handle on your damn own. I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised that she didn't go sit down and go finish her goddamn food, because that's what I would have did. Y'all can go ahead and do what y'all gonna do, but this chicken is good, or whatever she was eating. It's good, and I ain't got time for it, because this is little boy stuff, and we're grown. All of these people were in their 30s. It's giving ghetto, and y'all then, then Tyler Perry has the nerve to put next in the trailer. Karen goes and meets up with Aaron, who is at this 10 p.m. basketball game that Zach just had to get to. We gonna talk about that in a whole nother video. And come to find out, all of the Negroes are at this game, y'all. Every last one of them. Gary is playing, Aaron is playing, Zach is playing, and I believe the two guys that we're going to meet in Fatima that are also Zach's friends, Nathan, and actually check out the breakdown that I did for the Fatima spinoff where I tell you all of the characters that's going to be in that show, because I list out everybody that you can expect, and there's two characters in particular who actually are Zach's basketball buddies. I'm so enraged by Calvin right now, I can't even remember the other dude's name. But all of these boys are playing basketball at 10 o'clock at night, and Karen spots them. And then in this trailer, we get to see her call Andi and tell her, like, yo, I seen all of them playing basketball together. They all know each other. Girl, drop all the men. Y'all want to play? Y'all want to all? Y'all want to fraternize? Y'all want to play basketball? You want to shoot hoops? Y'all could go ahead and have each other. I'm sorry. Everybody needs to be dropped at this point. The only person out there is Calvin, but he's already dropped himself at this restaurant. So we can go ahead and just try again with the new men. Well, actually, no. I don't want Zach to be dropped by Fatima. But everybody else can be dropped. Because I can't. From there, we see Zach actually, I guess, make Gary's acquaintance, and he asks Gary, what do you do? He's a hedge fund manager. You know, I never knew what Gary did this whole entire time. One minute he got money, next minute he don't. One minute he's prestigious and prominent and well-to-do and lux. The next minute he having the damn FBI come and seize all of Andi's stuff. I guess it makes sense that he's a hedge fund manager because he can afford the $500,000 car and the $1 million worth of jewels and clothes in the back seat of it. I really don't like Gary, y'all. But Zach then, once he figures out, like, oh, you're a hedge fund manager, is like, oh, I got some questions. So now we about to have a tie here with Zach and Gary. And y'all, I know that I asked for Gary if he was going to stay on the show to have a different storyline, but I do not want him to infest Zach's perfectly great, evolving, maturing, getting better by the moment life. Like, Gary brings nothing but misery. He is a menace, and this is not your friend, Zach. I don't want you talking to him. He cannot help you. He can only bring you and anybody else that he touched, thinks about, breathes on, and or walks past in the grocery store. Misery. Okay, and then the next scene in the trailer, y'all, is Karen talking to Aaron while they in bed, and she says, I don't want to be on this emotional roller coaster with you. And I'm kind of confused, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's two things that could be happening. She could be speaking from her point of view in reference to her knowing that she has created an emotional roller coaster for him, or she could be addressing him creating an emotional roller coaster for her, because he has had the tendency to, while yes, he has pressed on the gas, y'all, he has been there, he has tried to be consistent, there has definitely been moments where he felt himself falling and he would pull back or he would disappear. Like after they had sex, he ran out of there. Like there's certain moments where he literally just kind of like poof, be gone, and then there's other moments where he applies extra pressure, and I don't know which one she's actually speaking to. I'm hoping in this episode that she actually tells him that she's pregnant. Like, I really need that conversation to happen. I feel like that's the thing that I'm looking forward to the most of this episode. So please, 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 Tyler Perry, give us that in this episode. But I don't know. And I also am still not really on board with Karen and Aaron, honestly. Like, yes, he has shown himself to be a good guy. I still take a big qualm with the fact that he's actually friends with Gary and continues to be friends with Gary. That's a big minus for me. And then also, okay, so what I will say is, in the trailer, Karen is like looking at him, and like the way that she kind of like was talking in the last episode, I was like, okay, maybe now that the feelings and all of the things surrounding this pregnancy and then the whole Zach situation is being put to bed, maybe she now is like freeing up space for her to actually feel however she feels about Aaron. So maybe she can drop a little bit more deeply into the fact that she actually probably does like him. I just don't know for sure. Like, I'm waiting to see exactly how much she does like Aaron now that she doesn't have this obstacle that she was creating in her mind in reference to thinking that her and Zach could actually make it work or would possibly swing back, right? So I'm a little torn. I don't know if I want Aaron for Karen, but I guess if Karen wants Aaron for Karen, then I'm gonna go with it. But yeah, I'm still willing to throw all these dudes away except for Zach. So, and then we get to Daniella. Daniella, is your turn, honey. Come down to the carpet because we need to talk. I have definitely been dragging you in my last few videos because you deserve, honey. You really do. However, in this trailer, y'all, I don't know what y'all saw, but I got very excited when I saw her say, I don't want this. I was like, by golly, Miss Molly, thank God you're finally opening your eyes. I think that this is going to be the start of her realizing that she doesn't just want sex. She doesn't just want this physical thing. She actually wants to feel desired. She actually wants a relationship. She actually wants more. And she's already said that she can't see that happening with El Fuego because he's a stripper. And she's already had that with Preston and then turned it down. So I definitely think that we're about to see her reflect and hopefully adjust course a little bit so that even if she does continue to pursue Preston or have conversations with Preston, she could do so from a much more accountable place. Because the way that she was moving, y'all, like, let's be real, Preston has always wanted a relationship with her. Preston had always was like he was in from the beginning. Like, he didn't even need to say like, oh, we're committed, because he was already committed. It was literally Danni pulling away and creating roadblocks and creating additional resistance to truly getting to know each other and being able to build something together. And now I'm hoping that her saying that she don't want this is her realizing that she wants more and she deserves more. And by golly, Miss Molly, you can have it as long as you get your shit together and move accordingly, honey. Y'all, and then the last thing on scene is Mr. Gary in his office that we have never seen before, because if you ask me, Gary might as well have been Tommy from Martin, but whatever. He's in the office with his little friend or assistant or whatever this person is going to be. You're probably trash too, sir. Sorry, you're guilty by association. And Zach calls him, and we just hear Gary ask, how did you know to buy that stock? And there's a long pause before the trailer actually ends. Don't tell Gary the truth. Whatever you do, don't tell Gary the truth. That's all I can say, Zach. With Gary getting into the mix of this whole stock thing, I could totally understand how Zach actually ends up in jail later on in the season. Y'all prepare yourself, because that is already coming. We already know that part of Zach's storyline is that he is going back to jail this season. I hate that for him, but now that we're definitely adding Gary into the mix, I can see that that is definitely a possibility. But tell me what you think about the trailer in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to chop it up with y'all and respond to your thoughts, your questions. Are you outraged? Are you tired of Gary? Please let me know that in the comment section down below as well. Give this video a like. Turn on your bell notifications once you hit subscribe if you're new. And if you want to talk about Fatima and if she got any flaws, watch this video right here. And if you want to catch up on episode 3 and see what I had to say about it, watch this video right here.